Okay, good morning. In the previous two videos, we discussed about the introduction to the Julia, and then some of the tasks about the Julia, and then what are what is the Julia environment? How can you type some of the commands in a Julia environment? How can you perform some of the arithmetic operation in a Julia environment here? Here using PKG. PKG is a package manager. Here using this PKG, you can add the iJulia. What is the necessity of adding iJulia here? It will, if you add the iJulia command here, it will add to the Jupyter notebook. Here, that means if you press tagging here, it takes some time here. Pkg.add, it takes some time. Already added that information here. Here updating, resolving the packages. That means if you having any updations, then it will add to the Jupyter notebook here. Here and then next you come to here and then download Anaconda environment. Here, how can you download the Anaconda? Here, come to the come to the website of Anaconda, anaconda.com. In the anaconda.com, you come to the product and then individual edition. Here, this is individual edition. Your data science toolkit here, and then if it comes to here, download. Click download here. Here, if you click download here, it will download and that means it will ask the location where should I download the Anaconda navigator. Here it will show some. After that, finally, that means it will add some Anaconda navigator. Here in this case, here it downloaded here after completion of downloading, the Anaconda navigator appears like this. Here, that means the file here, the setup file appear like this here. The Anaconda 3, that means 2019 10 Windows 10, and then here if you click on this file, then it will ask the location. That means it will start the installation process of Anaconda. Here already install that one. Install the Anaconda navigator. If you click next, here automatically ask the location. After that, it will create some setup file on a desktop. Here the next no, nothing was there. Here click on next. That means it will ask something here and click on next, and then finally it will ask the whether uh, create the desktop icon or not. Yeah, that is the installation process of Anaconda. From there you will simply download and then execute. Here after installing the Anaconda navigator, here in the you will having the file like this. Here in the desktop, here you will identify the different files. Here this is Anaconda navigator. Here in the desktop you will identify the, here comes to desktop. Here if it comes to desktop, here you will identify the Anaconda navigator file appears like this here. Here click on this one. Here if you click on this one, it will opens. Here it will opens like this. Here the Anaconda, now if you click the Anaconda navigator, it will opens like this here. Here in this you have a Jupyter lab, Jupyter notebook, and then Spider, and then some of the RStudio. You will also install the RStudio from here on. And then now you need Jupyter notebook here. Launch the Jupyter notebook. Click on launch the Jupyter notebook. It will open the Jupyter notebook like this. Here it will open the Jupyter notebook. Here after launching the Jupyter notebook, here it will open the Jupyter notebook like this here. The local host 8, it will take some time. Here this is a Jupyter notebook. It will take some time here. Here also you will add some of the functions in the command prompt here. Here, why they are using the Jupyter notebook in the sense, here the command prompt here not executing the all different programs here. If it is a interactive, the Jupyter notebook is interactive environment here. From the environment, you will execute our programs. Here, yeah, come to the Jupyter notebook program. Here it is still launching. For launching, it takes some time. Here, still launching here. Click here, go to Jupyter. Yes, yes. Okay, two times press the, that means click on the Jupyter notebook. Yeah, here having the different folders are there. Jupyter, here you have a different files. In that means location, you have a different files. Anaconda 3 different files are there. It shows the all files here. If you want to create one file, if you want to create one file, then that means if you want to create one folder, create one folder here. Within that folder, you will here. If you create the folder, it automatically creates the untitled folder. Here is the untitled folder. Here, if you create untitled folder, here is there. Here, you will give a name to that folder. Here, click here. Here, untitled folder here. If you want to give a name for this folder, you may give name here. Otherwise, you simply use that one as a untitled folder. Every time it's creating the untitled folder here. Here, better to give a name to the untitled folder. Yes, come out from here. It is the environment seeing it takes a, yeah, comes to here. Untitled folder is a come out here. Here, click the untitled folder. Click on untitled folder. Rename that folder here. Here, rename of the rename that folder. Here, I am giving a name to that folder. I think it takes some time. Oh, it is taking much. Yeah, you may give any name here. For example, Jupyter Julia Learning or Julia Tutorial. Julia Tutorial. That means here having some folder here rename. That means it's saved as a Julia Tutorial. Yeah, here is there. If open this Julia Tutorial, yeah, yes, that means whatever may be the information, you will write a different types of files. That means all files stored here. That means if you want to upload any file from here, you may upload the file here. For example, I want to upload a file here. Here I'm going to uploading the some iris dataset, or you may have some file is there. The location from here I uploaded this iris dataset here. That means the file existed here. That means you are performing the different operation here. Here it shows the what are the file content information. Here are different files in a Julia tutorial here. From here you will come to the Julia 1.4.2 here. Here there is, if you need Python programming, you will use the Python programming. Here Julia 1.4.4. If you want to create any text file, you here in this folder you will create the some text file. If you want to create a one folder, any folder, you will create one folder. Here directly comes to the Julia 1.4.5. That here this is a Jupyter environment. Here yeah, this is a Jupyter environment here. In this case, Jupyter, here untitled file is there. If you want to rename the file, then you rename the file here. For example, Julia, the file name here is a Julia programs. Here in the file name here, I am renaming the file name here is a Julia programs. And then here, whatever made the information last 2 minutes ago, saved here. If you want to log out from here, then click here, log out from the system. And then you have a file is there, file option. You have a file. That means if you want to create a new file notebook, Here, new file notebook. That means you may create a new file notebook, or you may create you may open the notebook here. You may create one copy here, or save the file, whatever may be the information. That information save by using save as command, and then download. That means you will download here from here HTML, PDF, some of the information here, and then similarly edit option existed here. The cells, different cells are there, the cut cell. That means here each and everything you call it as a cell here. Here from here, for example, if you 7 enter here, and then execute the 7 here, the edit, that means cell related information. Delete the cell if you want to delete the cell, if you want to copy the cell, if you want to cut cell, paste cell, and then if you may split the cell, merge cell above. That means if you want to merge the above cell, move cell up. Here it will display the all cell related information, and then comes to the insert view related option here, and then toggle header. That means insert a cell above, and then cell related information, run cell and select below. And then if it comes to the kernel here, if you want to interrupt a particular program at that place, then you will click the interrupt, and then restart the program, and then restart and clear the output here. If you want to clear the output by using this option, and then restart and run all, reconnect, shutdown. Here in this way widgets are there. And then if you need some help by using this help, notepad help, and then markdown help, different help related information existed here. And then it comes to all information, save button. Here it indicates the insert, like that different buttons are there. Here comes to the code here. If you want to come here, if you want to create a headings here, if you want to create a headings here, that means you click the headings here. The Jupyter no longer uses a special heading cell. Instead write your heading in a markdown cell using star, using hash character. By using hash character, double hash indicates a level 2 heading. Here this is a, I'm writing a heading here. That means this is a first program. This is our first program in Jupyter. That means it is our first program here. Here, if you run this code here, if you how can you run this code here? You have a program is here, is there. Here this is a first program. Then run this code. It will display the Jupyter environment like this here. That is a command here. Here, for example, it is a code here. Markdown here. Markdown in the sense you will write some information. Hi, run this code. It's just like a markdown, also just like a command here, and then heading like that. You will have the different information related to the Jupyter notebook. Yeah, you are going to applying some of the commands here. For example, add some number 7 plus. That means it will display. That means for executing run button, or simply shift enter or control enter, it will give a output 10. Here shift enter or control enter, and then 7 minus 3, it will give some output like this. And then 7 into 3, control enter. The better to use a keyboard here. 7 into 3, and then 7 into 3, control enter. 21 here. In this way, that means whatever may the operation done in a Julia command line, here also you will perform the all operation related to the Julia here. In here, if I want to write our first program here, what is our first program here? Hello world program. How can you execute the hello world program here? Here Here simply write a hello world program. Here for example x, for example x equal to, let us assume x equal to hello world, double quotation, overall. Here if we execute this one, it will not gives any output here. Here automatically gives a output as a hello world here. Here simply writing hello world using here. Here execute this one, it will give same result. Here there is another way for writing the hello world program. What is that way? Here print hello world, execute this one, it will give the output like this. Will you identify the difference here? Here x equal to hello world, that means it's a string. Here if you write that information in a single quotation mark, here execute this one, it will not give any output here. It's simply giving the error here. Yeah, in this way you work on Jupyter environment about the Julia programming. Yeah, this is some description about the Julia programming, and then now I'm going to tell you something about the variables. Here, what is a variable here? Variable is a container, it is a placeholder here which holds the some information or holds a some data, that is called here variable. Here that is a variable. Here sometimes here how can you represent the variable related information existed here. Here from the, here what is here in this case, what is the variable, how can you declare the variable, what are the different types of variables. Here the variable here, the variable in Julia is a name, a particular name associated to the value. Here always the variable is a name which is used to store some data. Here it is useful when you want to store a value for a later use, that is called here variable. Here for example, if it comes to the Jupyter environment, how can you define the variable? Here you may define the variable, for example employee. Here the in the particular employee table, employee number, emp emp number is a variable. Here emp number is a variable which stores the employee number. Let us assume employee number 1. Yes, that means how can you execute this? You say some 1 as a employee number, and then here again employee name. Here let us take a simple the variable. How can you declare the variable? That means it cannot allow the any space here. Here in a Julia, it cannot allow the space here. Employee name. Here I am writing the employee name Rama. Rama is the employee name. Here that means the here in this case here the employee name, a container which stores the Rama. Here it is having some place to store a Rama related information. That is called here variable. Here simple, for example if you have the student here, the student marks is a one type of variable. For example student um, student underscore marks. Here for simply information, student underscore marks. Here for example student underscore marks 90. Here this is a one type of variable related information. Student, it stores the student related information. Here for example you have a more number of students are there, 10 students are there. I want to write a student 1 s1 having the marks 90, and then if you press the enter, s2 having the another variable. That means here in this cell you will define another variable 80, and then s3 another person, s3 equal to for example he is having 20 marks only. Here if you want to add all these marks here, How can you add these all these marks here? Here, that means I am taking the some total. Total is a one type of variable here. Total equal to some S1 plus S2 plus S3. It gives a result. For example, if we enter execute this one, S1 90, S2 and S3, and then print these values here. S1, the total here is a S1 plus S2 plus S3 here. Here the printed value here. That means you want to print the all values here. Here print here the total related information. That means in this way you will execute the all types of information. For example, X. Here these are all integer, some integer value. I want to store the float value. For example, X is a variable. Here X takes a 2.2. It is a float variable. Here if you execute this one, it is a float related variable information. Here uh, take a more slides. Here another one, I want to define a string variable. How can you define the string variable here? Here you have a, for example, I'm taking the string variable. Student name is a string variable, student number is a string variable. For example, student name, here yes name equal to RAME. S name, that means that's a represented in a double quotation marks. RAME. And then this is a S name here. That means I am having the another name here. That means first execute this one. It is executed or not? Yes, wrong. And then other one is a yes name one. S name one is another variable. Here that is also a string variable which stores the raw. Here if you execute this one raw, s is a one variable, s1 is a another variable. I want to concatenate these two different variables. How can you concatenate these two different variable? Here in Julia, if you want to concatenate these two different variable, you have a star function is there. Here you are having the star function here for concatenating the two different related variables. Here you have a star is there. Here that is a way for concatenating the two different variables here. Here what is the star here? For example, yes name star yes name. Here take a star space name one. Here this is a concatenation operation. Here if you want to execute two information, then the output printed like this here. Yes name, here the star is used to execute the concatenation operation. Yeah, in Julia, not only performing the concatenation operation here. Here if you give a space like this. Here if you give a space here, that means here also it is written the same here. The difference here, nothing was there. That means you will discuss later about the why are giving the space, why not giving the space. Here other one is a type of. Here a type of operation. Here what is the type of the variable here? Type of. Here type of X. Here what is the type of? For example, simply here I am writing here. For example, X equal to X is a variable here. X stores a some value 30. Here execute the 30 here, and then I want to know about the type of the variable here. Type of here X. What is the result here? If you execute this one, here it gives a type here. What is the type of this variable? And then type of int 64. What is the 64 here? In this case, our system is a 64-bit system. That's why it displays the 64. For example, you have a string variable is there, s number, s name, s name one. Here I want to execute that one here. The type of the type of type of the s name. Here the type of the s name here, if you run this command here, the string command automatically gives a string here. That means, for example, I want to execute this one, some a equal to 3.5. Here that means I want to know about the type of here type of here A. What is the type of A here? The float 64-bit. Here, why I am giving the 64-bit? If your system is 32-bit system, here automatically use the into 32, float 32, like this. In this way, you will have the, that means it is a depends upon a your system value you are considering the this Julia development. Here, similarly, you will take the variables different ways. Here, the variables in our discussion here is a variable is a name associated with the value here. Here, another important one here, Julia provides extremely flexible system for naming the variable here. The variable names are case sensitive, having no meaning, here. That is called here variable. We are not having any meaning here. That is a simple representation of variable here. Here, the simple variable, here it is a simple variable which stores a some values here. The variable in this case, it provides extremely flexible system. Here, how can you provide that information? Here it will allows the Unicode names like this. Here it will allows the delta value. Here the delta equal to 0 point some information. If you execute this information, here, how can you execute this one here? Here I want to execute this one here like this. Enter this one. This will use, that means you have some different languages there, not only English language, different China language or some other language also executing the code here. And then another important thing here is here the Julia will even let you define the, here the Julia also define the different, let you even redefine the construct here. That means here you will use a some constants and functions here, built-in constants and function here. For example, you will take the variable name as a built-in constant values here. Here, what are the built-in constant values? How can you execute the built-in constant values here? In this case, here the built-in constant values here is a, let us take pi. Pi is a simple built-in constant value. Here that means it is a constant value. Even though constant value, here you will allow the variable name here. If you execute this one, it gives some value. Here another built-in constant here. For example, sqrt, square root. Square root is a one of the built-in constant value. Here the variable also allows the this type of built-in constant value here. Here the built-in constant here, execute this one, it gives some value here. Here that is a simple information. That means it will allows the variable name as a built-in constant. And then other important one here is a this is a Julia let you allows here. Here other important thing here is a only extremely disallows the names for the variables that are the built-in statements. That means some of the variables which are used in a built-in statement, it cannot allow that such kind of names here. For example, here you different names here. Here for example, else is a built-in statement. Here built-in, that means variable allows the built-in constant, but it cannot allows the built-in statement here. Here for example, if you execute this one, it's syntax error here. Here similarly some of the other built-in statements are there. Try try block. The try is a one of the built-in statement. If you execute the try here, try statement here, after executing, that means it's also a syntax here. Here what is a value for the variable pi? How can you define the variable pi here? Here if you want to know about the pi value, that means pi is a simple constant value. Here the pi, simple constant. Actually pi value here is a some, now pi value here is a, that means you have to print pi in the sense it will, that means a previous constant value, it will change the value to 3. This is a some information regarding the variables, and then some more information. How can you, what are the different types of variables? Here what are the different criteria for allowing the variables? Here variable names are lowercase, that means you will use the lowercase letters here. The word separation here underscore, that means one word to another word separated by the underscore symbol. Here names of types and modules begin with the capital letters. Here if you have the some of the modules or types begin with the, for example, X method M capital here, like that. Names of function and macros are lowercase without underscore here. Here the function that try to argument have the name with that end here. That is a some information regarding the names here. Yes. Next topic you will discuss, next session we will discuss about the name, the integer and floating point name.